Here with Andy Fisher after the win at Sutton Coldfield on penalties. Andy, what did you make of the game today?
A proper cup tie, a really tough one. If I'm honest, I think there was a bit of a game plan, wasn't there, from our opposition today, and understandably, as the underdogs going into a cup game against Stourbridge, who are doing well and they know us well. There was a lot of tension between the two teams. This game's been kind of, on and off, obviously over the Christmas period. So there's a lot building on it really, and I think a game plan that was set today by Sutton, we got dragged into a little bit, myself included. The referee's been dragged into that game play as well, and full credit to them. They've kind of mastered it really, because it took us 2 penalties. I think we could have put the game to bed early on. I think within the first 20 minutes we'd had some really good chances that could have finished the game. When you get past that point, you get to a point where you get to half time or 30 minutes, and we swapped straight away. We took a defender off and put another attacker on, because it was that one-sided really, and they were just looking to try and counter attack, get some fouls up the other end of the pitch, and maybe score from a free kick or a set piece, and that was the game plan. And fair play to the Sutton on that. They've mastered that, and it made it a bit of a frustrating afternoon for us, as well as other events that happened.
Yeah, and you said that this is sort of the first game we played in quite a long time. How did that sort of affect what we saw on the pitch today?
I don't think it did. I think the game itself, because it's Sutton, there's a little bit of rivalry from the last season. I think the fact that we were already here last week, and the referee made a decision to cancel the game beforehand, and the game before Christmas was cancelled. There's been a lot riding on it. We've spoke about this game a lot, and so it just took its toll. I think we were tired. I think we wanted to get to a point where we wanted the game done and dusted, and when you get to half time and you're in a position where you've dominated completely, and they defended completely with numbers behind the ball. But listen, I ain't being disrespectful. I'm being honest about how the game plan went, and I made that very clear to the sideline today. We've been there, we've done that. We've played against teams above us and defended, for our lives, and tried to counter attack and have a bit of a game plan. And I think that's what Sutton did, and that's why it went to penalties.
And today we finally saw the debuts of Lois and Lexi. What did you make of the pair today?
Yeah, I mean, I'm glad Lois is okay, because she took a nasty one from their keeper, which was questionably could have been sent off. We got the penalty from it. She's had a good game. She's caused the problems of for the penalty. A great balling by Neve and a running behind from Lois. So she caused some problems there, and then luckily Neve was okay to come back on, and we made that sub with about 5 minutes to go to make sure to bring Lois back on, because we know she'd be composed. So she had a really good start, and again she's another one who's had to wait a long time. Lex has done really well. She had a really good first half. Caused some problems down that left hand side for us. I think when she came back on, she changed the game again for us. And then has been sent off for a decision that I think is almost an heat at the moment for her. Is it sending off? No, I don't believe. I think it's an heated moment for the referee. Their sidelines jumped up and shouted and screamed and shouted. I think the game had got to a point where it was quite heated as part of the game plan, I think, for them, and the referees made a really, really quick, rash decision to send Lexi off, and I think it was as much as a yellow card as anything else.
And the penalty shootout here today, obviously we won that. It's not something we've ever been that used to, really. So what was your thoughts going into the penalty shootout today?
Well, yeah, I just said to the girls, I said, we fell for their game plan a little bit. I said in the huddle at the end, we're here now. We're in a position where penalties are penalties, and Mike was right to say, penalties could always be 50-50, but we believed in our quality in front of goal, and that's how it was. And Amy Preston made a great save, give us that little bit of confidence, and our penalties were much better than theirs. And I think a deserved win after everything that's gone on in terms of the game today, and the decisions that completely went against us. I mean, the penalty that they had in the second half, the girls hit the ball about 2 yards away from Zoe Clark, and it's hit her hand, and it's a penalty. And then Zoe Clark gets sin bin because she's frustrated. I hadn't seen a sin bin for 2 years in this game, and we get one today as well as a sending off, as well as one of their players stood in our half after the goal after the goal to slow the game down and not let us kick off. There's been a lot of frustrations with the game, and I think ultimately I'm really pleased that we've come away from the penalty shoot as winners.
Well, Andy, congratulations on the win today. Thank you for your
Thanks
time.
very much.